Hello and welcome to your morning yoga flow. Today is day 3 of the 30 days Wake Up with Yoga challenge. My name's Maria and today I have a 10-minute sunrise yoga flow for you. We won't need any props for today's class and we'll begin in child's pose. So when you're ready, bring your knees to touch or bring your knees slightly apart and bring your toes to touch. You can send your hips back towards your heels. They don't have to touch. Send your arms and reach your arms forward towards the front of the room, and then gently lower your forehead onto the ground, lower your heart onto the ground. You do have the option to, if you want, bring a pillow or a blanket here to help you get more comfortable. Maybe just stag it right off of your bed. We'll take a few moments here just to settle in before our practice, bringing on our awareness to our body, to our breath, making sure we're present before we start. Take a couple of big, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, cleansing breaths. And then once you've done a few of those, start to breathe in and out through your nose here if your body allows. Every inhale, fill up your lower belly, your lower back. And on the exhale, maybe sink your heart, melt your heart towards the ground a little more. Inhale and exhale to relax a little more. Notice any tension you might be feeling from when you woke up. Focus on that and move with that in mind. Today we're going to hopefully release a little bit of that through this sunrise yoga flow. Slowly start to walk your hands back up towards your hips to roll yourself up. And then meet me in a tabletop position. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees directly underneath your hips. You're going to drop the chest, lift the tailbone, pull the shoulders away from the ears, coming into a cow pose. Inhale, and then exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, round through the upper back, cat pose. Inhale, sending your heart and your chest forward, squeezing your shoulder blades back behind you, finding that stretch, and then exhale. Tuck your chin into your chest, maybe feeling that stretch through the back of the neck. Inhale to drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the tailbone up. Exhale, send the tailbone down towards that area between your knees. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. And exhale, chin to chest. Come to a neutral tabletop position. From here, you're going to tuck the toes under, walk your hands forward just a little bit, ground down through all 10 knuckles, especially that pointer finger, knuckle, and thumb. Rotate your inner elbows forward. Lift the knees here. Inhale, hold. And then exhale to send your hips up towards the sky as you start to straighten out the knees, but keep the knees bent here as much as you need to. Pedal out the feet, maybe bending one knee, trying to straighten out through the other, just to get settled in, to get your legs a little bit warmed up. Push away from the mat here with your hands. Again, grounding down through all 10 knuckles, especially that pointer finger, knuckle, and thumb, if they've lifted off the ground. Your ears are by your biceps or your arms, upper shoulders. Tailbone reaches up towards the sky. Send energy out from your heels towards the ground, but you can keep your heels lifted here. And then on your next inhale, look up, and then exhale to slowly start to walk your feet up towards your hands. From here, you're going to keep your feet. From here, bring your feet hip width apart, directly underneath your hips. Let your head fall to the ground, coming into a forward fold here. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Maybe you grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll here and you sway a little bit from side to side. Bend your knees here as much as you need to. Let your upper back and your lower belly relax. Bring your belly maybe to touch your upper thighs. Keeping length through the spine. Slowly start to roll up, straightening through the legs and the hips, bringing the head up last to avoid feeling lightheaded. Good. From here, we're going to run through a sun salutation just to help us get a little bit warmed up, hence the name Sunrise Yoga. So inhale, lift your arms up, holding a big beach ball overhead. Ground down through all 10 toes, through all 4 corners of the feet. And then exhale to bend the knees as you fold forward, hinge at the hips, fold over the legs. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs. Lift the torso up halfway, half lift. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the chin in slightly to create length in the spine. Inhale once more here. And then exhale to fold back over your legs. Plant the hands on the ground. Step one foot back and then the other. Plank pose. Option to drop onto your knees here and continue the rest of this sun salutation on your knees. Or you can stay in plank pose, but then we're going to all exhale to lower all the way down to the ground. You can take your own sun salutation variation here, whether that's chaturanga to up dog and then down dog, or you can come on down to the ground with me and we'll practice our cobra variation here. Bring your hands down by your ribs, very little weight in your hands. Press into your hip bones, into your thighs, into the tops of your feet. Press your lower belly into the mat. Inhale and just lift the chest up. Squeeze the shoulder blades back behind you. Bring your elbows back behind you and squeeze them towards the midline. Exhale to release back down to the ground. Push yourself up to tabletop position. Tuck the toes under here and then return to downward facing dog, lifting the hips, bending the knees here as much as you need to. Inhale to look up and exhale to walk to the front of the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs. Lift your torso up halfway. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Bend your knees deeply here. Sit back and then inhale. Lift your torso up and then straighten up and out all the way. Lift your arms up as if you're holding a big beach ball overhead. Bring your arms to touch and bring them down to heart center. Inhale. Lift your arms up above overhead again, big beach ball. And exhale to hinge over your hips, fold over your legs. Bring your fingertips onto the ground and let your head relax. From here, bring your toes slightly together, but keep your heels just slightly apart, coming into a chair pose. So keep your knees stacked on top of your ankles as you sit your sits bones back into an imaginary chair. And only go as far back as you can as your body allows today. And once you're there, you're going to inhale and halfway lift. So just lift your torso off of your thighs. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Ground down through all 10 toes, through all 4 corners of the feet. Squeeze your knees and your inner thighs together. Pull your belly away from your thighs just slightly. Maybe tuck the tailbone in just a little. And then exhale to release, fold back over. Slowly start to roll up and straighten through first the knees and then the hips, then the lower back, upper back, shoulders, and then head. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this Sunrise Yoga helped get you out of bed and get you motivated for the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Namaste.